Hello and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we are talking about something very special, something that was literally just announced hours ago, so I figured I'd love to cover it. And it has to do with wrestling. Obviously you already know what the topic is by the title of this video. So we're gonna get right into this real quick. Let's go. So breaking news over the internet. I'm sure it's gonna take over everything right now, but WWE and TNA have announced a multi-year partnership. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my god. So for those who don't know, I am a wrestling fan. I grew up with wrestling. WWE all my life. It's been great. Fantastic. I stopped watching for a long while, about the John Cena era where everything was very predictable. I stopped watching. Now I watch AEW. They revived my interest in wrestling personally, and I got so hyped. I've been watching since day one, since 2019. But besides that, anyone who is a wrestling fan can tell you that, like, we have dreamed of this day for a long time. Not even just with TNA, mainly TNA, honestly, and, like New Japan or something like that. But we have been dreaming and dreaming for the day for that forbidden door to be open. And we knew Vince McMahon wasn't going to open that door ever. But that guy's out the door. We got Triple H. He's open-minded to those kind of things. And here we are. WWE and TNA wrestling partnership. Multi-year partnership, man. I've been waiting for this day. Now, let's read into it and see how it goes. What the details are. Because maybe there's a catch or something, NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars to appear across weekly WWE and TNA programming, WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views. So, companies and the wrestling brand, blah blah blah. The multi-year partnership aimed at creating unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. This agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows such as NXT, which airs on CW, and TNA Impact, select WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views, in turn bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. This historic relationship demonstrates that collaboration and competition do not have to be mutually exclusive, said the Senior Vice President of Content and Distribution for TNA Wrestling. Our partnership allows the TNA Wrestling brand and its incredible athletes to reach a significantly wider audience while giving WWE and NXT stars an opportunity to cross the line and gain valuable experience as they join forces with one of the most talented rosters in professional wrestling today. The response to our collaboration over the past year has been tremendous, and both companies have benefited. But the fans have reaped the greatest rewards from this talent crossover and working relationship. We look forward to growing and evolving our partnership with TNA Wrestling and its outstanding group of athletes by creating new opportunities to further develop the talent, elevate viewer experience at home, said Shawn Michaels himself. Former TNA Knockouts world champion Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry frequently appeared on NXT programming back in 2024. So, anyways, man, I've been waiting for this for a while. So, The interesting part about it is that it really mentions NXT. So it sounds like it's kind of exclusive between NXT and TNA, which is cool. It's perfectly fine. I definitely agree with it. But I'm not quite sure what WWE premium live events are, if that's just like house shows or exactly what it is, or certain like the NXT pay-per-views like the No Mercy and everything like that. That's what I'm gonna assume. But this is a huge development. I'm glad that they're seeing through this and doing this partnership. Yeah, they might not be on Raw or SmackDown, but they'll do perfectly fine getting the coaching, just like they said, getting coaching, development, everything, going to the superstars with NXT. All this is going to do is raise the level for TNA, and it's going to expose WWE fans to TNA people and hopefully increase the viewership for TNA, which, you know, they're on the same channel, so makes sense. I wish TNA had a somewhere to stream and watch it, because I no longer have a like TV service. So if they do, let me know, because I haven't watched TNA in forever, so I do not know. Maybe they do. Anyways, yes, this is huge. This is huge because they can develop this talent, and then maybe eventually they do bring someone like Joe Hendry to WWE Raw or SmackDown and go against Seth Rollins or freaking CM Punk or something like that. So it's definitely cool, and this is the piece that I want to say, okay? And just like that, just like they said in those quotes, is that this furthers development of the talent and it elevates the experience for the fans. This is exactly what matters. Okay, don't get me wrong, competition is great, and as long, you know, they're not doing anything direct for TNA to like dictate how they run their show or anything. It's just exposing the talent to better themselves, essentially. So, which is fantastic. As long as they just leave TNA, let TNA be its thing, whatever, perfect. WWE can be their own thing. Tony Khan, Triple H, put your pride aside. I don't care. You know, like I said, I've been watching AEW since day one. Put your freaking pride aside. Get this partnership deal done with AEW. Honest to God, do it. It'll elevate everybody here. Enough with this comparison between WWE and AEW. Yeah, there was a time where they were like neck and neck and whatever. You know, it was a beautiful time in wrestling, and we're still at the prime. You know, we're so back, kind of thing. But obviously the numbers are not aligning with, you know, WWE Raw with SmackDown. You know, it's more NXT numbers for sure, but just do a partnership just like this. Get it done, guys. Get it done. Could you imagine a WWE, TNA, and AEW partnership? Meanwhile, what else does AEW work with? They have Ring of Honor for one, and they work with New Japan Wrestling, which we've already seen. Now that we've seen, Penta made his debut over on WWE Raw, which, you know, he was big overseas and wherever else. You know, he's an amazing luchador. Lucha Underground, like, for crying out loud, we got a Lucha Underground reference from Michael Cole himself on Raw. It is a beautiful thing to see. Obviously they didn't say anything about AEW, but this is the kind of like pettiness that just needs to go away, and it's on both sides. Triple H, Tony Khan, you know, I get it. Like I said, competition is healthy. It's great. Put it aside. Just do the whole thing. As a wrestling fan, I want the history to be authentic. Like when we see Edge, sorry, Adam Copeland. Oh, sorry, Cope. I'm still gonna call him Adam Copeland. That's his full name. So when we see Adam Copeland go out on AEW, it says he's a this time champion. However, I don't remember how many world champions he has, but let's say 15, 14, whatever, world champion, whatever it is. Anyways, they count the times that he has won the championships in WWE. Anybody that's from WWE that has gone to AEW, they include that history. They don't necessarily outright talk about it. They might say, oh, that other company or whatever it is. But they don't necessarily say WWE unless it's like MJF and he'll flat out say WWE. But other than that, they include that history. But from seeing the thing with Penta and they included everything except AEW, that's the pettiness I don't like. Put that stuff aside. Let's have a clean history. Not a clean history, but let's have a full history. That's what I meant to say. A full history of wrestlers, accomplishments, and everything, It's just like the console wars with Xbox and PlayStation. Like, put that crap aside, guys. Let's just join together and make good games for all gamers. Let's create and come together and make fantastic wrestling for all wrestling fans. WWE, you're going to be fine no matter what. You're going to be great. You're going to last or whatever. Maybe AEW, I think they'll be fine because Tony Khan still has a lot of money anyways. He can afford to keep it running, right? So even if there's like nobody showing up. But to get that exposure to people in WWE, to maybe have some people come and it makes sense to come together and grow stronger together. And the fans win, okay? That's what matters the most, is the fans. We want to see these dream matches. We want to see something crazy. We want to see CM Punk versus the Young Bucks and stuff like that, which obviously we could have in AEW since CM Punk was there. That was a bad example. But let's say, okay, Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins. Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns. Kenny Omega versus Joe Hendry. Anything like that. Any type of crossover like that. That's what we want. Just think of the storylines you could create with that, You could have Moxley going over to TNA. You could totally do almost like the Attitude Era all over again. Like, you could do the invasions. Like, you would have a partnership together and people probably they would know that it's a partnership and it's not actually real like in the Attitude Era, but you could have, someone like Jon Moxley that's running amok in AEW and causing chaos and being like, you guys, nobody's worth having this championship, and then jump over to TNA or NXT and just cause havoc and destroy people, and you know what I mean? Like, the creativity is like endless that they could do. And not only that, you'd be putting over all this young talent that's still developing. We could have Hangman Page going over there. I love thinking of these possibilities because they're just what ifs, right? But please, guys, please, Tony Khan, Triple H, just make it happen for the fans, for all of us. Stop being petty. Put your pride aside. If you can do a partnership with TNA, which we've been wanting for years, this means the Hardys can go and wrestle back on NXT. They can come back to WWE at that point, or whatever it could be, So, on a pay-per-view, or who knows the crossovers or the crazy matches we're gonna get with this partnership. And if AEW and New Japan, Ring of Honor, if they're all in the mix too, it would be a beautiful thing to see. Honestly, just as a fan. But I just wanted to save my piece and upload this video. I know you guys, if you guys are wrestling fans, you probably understand and feel the same way. But it's huge. I want to know what you guys think about this. Definitely let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' comments and opinions. If you think this is a good thing or a bad thing, like Nick Nemeth, he can go over and do some stuff at NXT. Like I said, the Hardys right there. We have Motor City Machine Guns that just went to WWE. Now they could hop over, go into NXT, or go over to TNA, do some more stuff. Eric Young going into NXT, doing it's beautiful to see like everybody's roster and just the possibilities. So let me know what you guys think about this amazing, incredible announcement, and let me know. Is this a good thing, a bad thing? I think it's wonderful. What would you love to see? That's what I want to know. The biggest. What are your dream matches? That is what I want to know. That would be fantastic to hear. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, share it, whatever you want to do. It's all good. I'll catch you guys in the next one.